Taylor. And now to the scale, ladies and gentlemen, the former WBO featherweight champion, Cindy "Checkmate" Serrano. 132.6 for Serrano. 132.6. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the reigning, defending, undefeated WBA and IBF lightweight champion of the world, Katie Taylor. $134.6 for Taylor. 134.6. 10 rounds of boxing scheduled. The unified lightweight championship of the world.
Cindy didn't seem too confident at the weigh-in. At the press conference yesterday. Right now, obviously, it's the weigh-in, October the 19th, 2018. Tomorrow is the fight on the DAZN and in the UK and other territories on Sky Sports. I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. And here's the thing. Women's boxing right now is finally getting the recognition it deserves in regards to the major women's boxing matches being televised in some way, shape, or form. Stream or whatever you want to, wherever you want to watch it. It wasn't like this before.
Serrano Taylor, Saturday night, lightweight championship of the world.
So now they got to follow suit with making sure they're building up other female fighters around the female stars that they're already establishing. For example, right now leading the way are fighters like, obviously, Amanda Serrano, 6th Division world champion. Clarissa Shields, Michaela Mayer, who else? Maiva, how you say her name? Damucci? Cecilia Brackus, Jessica McCaskill, who lost to Katie Taylor. Here, let me pause this. Jessie McCaskill, who lost to Katie Taylor, now 140-pound champion. So now the other fighters have to be built up. Katie Taylor 10-0 with 5 KOs. 135-pound WBA. Wait a minute. Yeah, IBF and WBA champion. Cindy Serrano bouncing around everywhere, all the way from 154. The lowest she's been was 122. So 122, 126, 130, 135, 140, 147, 154. Just like her sister bouncing around weight divisions. Her sister actually had an impressive win in MMA via rear choke last week. Then before that, she won her 6th Division world title. So I was watching some interviews from Cindy earlier in the week, or I think it was actually the press conference where she was saying that, because she's 36 years old. She just turned 36 in May. And she seems like, like I'm interested to see how she's going to fight tomorrow, because it seems like she's giving up a little bit. Like, saying stuff like, well, I've come toward the end and things like that. And it's like 36 in this day and age is not that old in regards to boxing and sports. So I was surprised, to hear her talking like that. Let me see if they have a interview with one of them. Yeah, here we go. We got Katie. I'm going to be going to the.
We're standing here with the explosive, exciting. Everybody's looking forward to watching you watch. Katie Taylor. Katie, I have to ask you, when you're in this position where you're the heavy favorite all the time, all you hear is people saying is how great Katie is, how exciting she is to watch, and people are overlooking Cindy. You think that could affect you in a way where maybe it'll cause you to overlook your opponent?
I never overlook my opponent. I know this is going to be a tough fight. I think the moment you overlook your opponent, or the moment you get complacent, that's the moment you're going to be beaten. So I'm too experienced to know that, I think. So I'm expecting my toughest fight today, tomorrow evening, and it's going to be a great, great fight, and I can't wait for it. Yeah.
Listen, you're the most sweetest, kindest person outside the ring. You know, you don't look like a fighter the way with your mentality, like your character. Like, is it a switch you just turn on and you become a beast?
It's not really a switch to turn on. It comes very natural to me, I think. But anytime I'm in the ring, I do whatever it takes to win the fight. I love competition. I love being in this position, and I think I was born to fight, so yeah.
Did you grow up with like a whole lot of brothers or something and you was fighting them every day?
Pretty much, yeah. My 2 older brothers boxed before. My father was a boxer as well, so...
Check making a hand tie after the fight too to motivate a little bit.
Right through like that's good. We got Katie Taylor here, guys.
Katie, I mean, I'm not overlooking her, but if you do come out with the victory, like what's next for you? I mean, some people are saying, wow, Katie needs to fight her sister Amanda, who's the 6th division champion. I mean, you know, the weights might not be exactly the same, but is that a fight that you would be interested in?
I've always said all along that I want to be involved in the biggest fights possible, but I don't like talking about other fights, but I have another one coming up at the moment. I have to focus on this fight ahead, but obviously a lot of people are talking about the fight with Amanda, and that's a fight I would absolutely love, but I have to get over this fight first.
Right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling, and what are you going to eat right now?
I am feeling great. As long as I get some, I'm going to get some pasta into me. I'm starving right now. I'm really hungry. But
this pasta, all fighters want to eat pasta after the weigh. Does it really help? Does it really help? Gives you energy?
I think so. Yeah.
When's the last time you ate? Like your last fight?
Yeah. No, seriously. Yeah. It feels like it. Yeah.
All right, so are you a fight fan? Like outside of you being in the ring, getting ready and focused, do you ever look forward to watching any fights?
Yeah, for sure. I'm a huge fight fan. I love all the top guys that don't like the Crawford, Lomachenko, Anthony Joshua.
Oh, they're going to be talking to her for a while. We can't watch all of that. We can't listen to all that. I'm sorry, guys. But here's Amanda Serrano, 35-1-1, 26 years old. 26 KO. She's 30 years old. Very, 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 very bright future ahead of her in regards to MMA. And right now, she's on the low MMA circuit. And that's where all great female MMA fighters start from, on that low circuit. So she's working her way up there. And frankly, right now, you know, UFC, mixed martial arts, female fighters are more, well, UFC, you can't say all mixed martial arts. UFC female fighters are extremely popular. Like, they're really, really popular. You know, she's trying to get in on that boxing. I mean, I think that, you know, she still loves boxing, but I think that she's really trying to get in on the MMA. I mean, look at Heather Hardy. She's had some really, really good success. Just what was that, 2 fights over there? Or was it 3 in Bellator? I forgot. I'm actually going to be talking to Heather Hardy and Shelly Vincent next week. They're getting televised on HBO. One of the last HBO cards. It's their rematch. So I'm interested to see what they think about Katie Taylor. They're going to be fighting at 126 pounds. Katie Taylor and Cindy Serrano are fighting at 135 pounds. Amanda last fought at 140 pounds. Michaela Mayer is at 130 pounds. In regards to Clarissa Shields, she's way out of the picture. She's at 160 pounds. She's got rivals up there. Like, I would love to see a Hannah Gabriel's rematch. Hopefully, Hannah Gabriel's gets some more airtime. But Hannah Gabriel's is a 154-pounder. You got Cecilia Brakas, who's supposed to be fighting soon, December the 8th. Clarissa Shields is supposed to be fighting somebody by the name of Hannah Rockin, something like that. In AC, November, I'm going to be going to that card. You know, we're like, we want to do a pound for pound women's and, you know, really break down women's rankings. But with the sanction in bodies and the fact that women's boxing is different because these women within 1 or 2 days, they're always jumping up and down in weight. So we're trying to find a way to be able to give you accurate rankings. Now, don't get me wrong. This is, I'm doing really good in life to where this is not a financial thing for me. So I enjoy watching all these fights and doing these videos. It's like a hobby, but kind of like a career life goal, I guess, a little bit. So the goal for me is if I'm going to be watching women's boxing, more so covering women's boxing, then I got to watch all the motherfucking fights. And I'm going to be watching them all of them. So send me all the press releases, everything. All my information is right down below. All our information is right down below in the description box. And we're just going to ride out. So obviously tomorrow, we're going to be here after the fight, and we're going to be, talking about it, what's possibly next. I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. Let me see. Please subscribe.